So pretty much what I'm about to talk about is my new song that I released, The Evils. Um, I released it what like a week ago, and it's pretty much about like the theme of like the vices in the world, the evils that us as mankind does, really in terms of like money and power and like what it attracts, a lot of girls, cars, jewelry, and a lot of wild stuff when you have money, but and it's also a negative side, people hating on you, people plotting against you, and you're more of a when you have money, you're more of a target than when you don't have money. When you don't got no money, you ain't really much of a threat or a target. So it's a lot of things to balance. It's really what it's about. A lot of people think it's like some weird like dark shit. No, it's as simple as like people think it's like some demonic shit. No, it's not really. I mean, based on the title, it looks that way, and maybe the art cover appears that way. But it's really about just the evils of this society and this construct that we're in, this matrix. The money, cash rules everything around me type vibe. People do evil things for it, and when they get it, they're doing even more evil things. And and there's nothing wrong with getting money or anything, but that's pretty much what the song's about. The evil side of really, you know, um, getting some great wealth and what comes with it. There's the good evil and then the bad evil. Good evil is like girls, cars, and jewelry and all that. The bad evil is just you're always a target, man. Everybody asking this that. You tell them no, they coming after you and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what the song's about. But yeah, I'm about to get into how I made the beat. Obviously, this was inspired by Jay Z's "The Evils." That's where the original sample. But I added some extra stuff. For some reason, back in the days, they were just trying to find the immediate sample. And when I try to sample something, I try to make it like how can I push it forward? So there's some extra stuff in there. But first, it has the piano sample. Bro, that guitar riff is crazy, bro. It's so soulful. That shit just hits you in your soul. You know what I mean? It's so soulful, man. It really just hits you. So yeah, that's pretty much the main instrument that's going through it throughout the whole entire thing. Just that piano. It really sets the tone and the vibe for it. I just added like I had these kicks. I had another kick, but I took it out. But like even after, because I made this song really in like a matter of like 3 days, not literally full time, but like I would say this track took me like 3 hours to make. I just made the beat and then I recorded and I mixed it. So I kind of rushed it, and I thought the mix, not the mix of the song, but just the kick drum. Not even really the mixing of the kick drum, but sometimes you could mix a kick drum so good, and it just the kick is just not that. It's just not the best kick. You understand? Sometimes I feel like I should have replaced the kick, but I was just like pressured and I was doing other stuff, mixing other things and whatnot. So I was just trying to get it out the way to have something released. But it still ended up good. But yeah, I use this kick drum. And also the sample has like these hi hats that kind of go on the long side. But then I had a standard kick. Nothing too fancy with the kick, and then I had this like this is a sample. I'm not gonna say where I got it from though, but it's a little break pattern and stuff. It has snares, high, I had snares with like, I guess you could call them closed hats and stuff like that. They're hitting while the snares hitting, so it gives it a little, vibe and stuff like that. You know, nothing too fancy, but it got a little fanciness to it. And this goes along with the piano keys. And then what I had during like the hook and like half of the second half of the verse, I had this sample that came from that same record that has the piano sample of this guy. He's singing. I don't know what exactly he says, but he has this little kind of harmonizes with the keys. Where is the love that I miss so much? Yeah, he said, "Where is the love that I miss so much?" So. Where is the love that I miss so much? Where is the love that I miss so much? And he's singing it in the kind of the tone of the piano, so it kind of really goes together. So when you put it together. So I had these two basses. One is like a standard, regular bass line. I really like regular bass lines, because it's very soulful. So it goes with the track very, very, very well. Fills the bass, fills the room. Fills the beat. You know what I mean? The bass. I feel like a bass is supposed to hug the track. You understand? Just hover around that track. And keep them low frequencies popping. You heard? And then I put this 808 bass. It's kind of has a drill vibe. Not really. There's these little slides, but not completely. These little bass slides. But yeah, I'll let you hear it. It's pretty dope. So it gives it makes it a little diverse. People, what I try to do with like music is capture all crowds. Like there's people that like the New York East Coast vibe, the natural sound of music, but there's people like electronic music. You know what I'm saying? I like both. So I always try to incorporate both if I can. So you kind of have both audiences rocking with you. So I added that bass. So when you hear it. The piano, the kick and the snare, it sounds very, very, very dope and filled. Like the track is filled. So then, what comes next is I had these acapella chops, from the original the original Jay-Z song. He had the Snoop Dogg and Mobb Deep, so. His name, Dear God, can you save me, to give it a vibe. And then I took apart from, the actual Jay-Z song, his verse. I'll play it real quick. I pray to God, I pray to God, that's right. Whoops. I pray to God, that's right, it's wicked. mean? And then I had Mob Deep that was in the original Jay Z The Evil song that's added in. You know, it has, you know, I feel like it gives you like a menacing vibe, you know, kind of a dark vibe. You understand? Snoop Dogg, dear God, I wonder can you save me? Then Jay Z, I never pray to God, I pray to God. That's right, it's wicked. You know, and that's like really, you know, saying, you know, not saying it's like some evil satanic shit, but he's just saying that, you know, the street life, you know, he didn't pray to God for him to answer his questions and stuff like that. You know, he really, you know, he chose the street life and went out and did it himself, because there'd be people that be praying and praying and praying and don't get no results. Sometimes you gotta go out and do that thing yourself. You heard me? And you know, that's what, you know, my opinion about that is. And you know, Mob Deep, you know, you know, he said secret society trying to keep their eye on me. You know, that's like the, you know, the up. I can't remember that. What would you call those people? Oh, yeah, the elites. The, you know, the upper echelon. You know what I mean? They you know, they trying to keep their eye on you, trying to control you and shit like that. So like, you know, the elites, you know, they have power over the people, and they also suppress the people and stuff like that. So it's a lot of stuff that kind of goes on, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much the you know, the pretty much the vibe of the track and shit like that. You know, pretty much what it's really about, the vices of the world, money. People go crazy over it when you have that money. I mean, when you don't, they treat you like shit. When you got that bad, niggas is on your shit. Niggas is on your shit. You know what I mean? On the positive side and the negative side. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of shit. You gotta be focused when you come to some power. And that's pretty much what it is. The positives and the negatives of power. You know, so that's pretty much what it's about, man. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. The song. Appreciate it, man. You know, like, share, subscribe. You know, the drill. I'm out, boys. It's your boy Phamous, man. Appreciate people that have been rocking with the song, saving it, and adding it to playlists and all that. So I'm out, man, for now. I'm outie.